Today is still November 4th, 2025. In the case, there was so much going on, and trying not to tell people Dave was trying to have me killed. Okay, even with all the attempts. It was horrifying. And I would tell people that he beats on the walls and doors. He's cheating. And he thinks he's God. I was in Walmart 62, and one of the guys that were helping watch me was talking to this lady. And they said, she talks in riddles, so people don't understand her. She refers to her husband as playing God. Who's God? She's like, I don't understand. He said, God holds life and death in his hands. Her secret is her husband's trying to kill her. Is that what's going on? When I met with Seth, my divorce attorney, I went in. I said, I'd like to get a divorce. He said, okay, why? I said, he's cheating. He's like, okay, what else? I said, he beats on the walls and doors all night long, so I can't sleep. And he thinks it's God. He looked down. He looked at me. He said, run. He said, any man that is cheating, beats on the walls and doors, and he thinks he's God, run. He said, find somebody, find a Romeo, and run off. I said, there is no one. He said, I don't care. Find someone and run. I said, there isn't anyone. He said, your husband thinks he's God. There is Portage County judges that are more godlike than your husband could ever imagine. I said, does one of them have a friend? He's like, maybe. I said, well, if they don't, there is no one. I mean, seriously, I had nowhere to go, no money. And there was no one. I was trying to stay alive every day. I started at Faith Family Church, that big mega church. It's so big, the first time I walked out the wrong door. And I'm trying to find my car. This nice man pulled up. He said, can I help you? I said, I can't find my car. He said, I can help you. He said, do you have a beeper? And I said, yeah, I can't find it. He said, maybe you're in the other parking lot. I said, there's another parking lot? He said, get in, I'll drive you over. He said, can I ask why you're here tonight? I said, well, I'm getting ready to go through a divorce. He said, can I ask why? I said, well, he's cheating. He said, what else? I said, he beats on the walls and doors and screams. He said, ma'am, he said, it's one thing if a man cheats, and it's another thing when they beat on the walls and doors. He's got demons. I thought, you don't even know what demons are. I have been around people that would walk in the room, and your breath would go cold. They were so evil, they would give you goosebumps, and your breath would be cold. There's so many times up there, I was so afraid, I would shiver from the fear. And when some of those idiots would come around me, you could feel the evilness come off of them. See, that's where, even a little over a year ago, men showed up. We heard those idiots calling her names in the other stores. We showed up to make sure she's okay. We all know her secret was. Her husband was trying to have her killed. Like the guy in the mall, January or March of 19, where I could write a bestseller on what happened. I call it Karen's Prayers. A paid-off dirty agent, a man trying to kill his wife, and men being shot at running. Try selling government technology. Human traffickers, drug lords. Rape, torture, real ones. Human trafficking in front of people. Attempted murders in front of people. And horror being people's public entertainment. I'm gonna upload this.